If you want your dog to walk on a loose leash with you, you have to create a few things first, right? Don't be tense when you're walking your dog. Don't have your arms all up here and the shoulder up here and be all tense. You will never get your dog to relax next to you for loose leash walking if you are walking like that. That's number one. Number two, the dog has to be accustomed to wearing a leash. And then what you want to create, the loose leash walking is different from a heel. Loose leash walking is you can give the dog some freedom and the dog has to, as the name suggests, loosely walk with you. Stay on one side, so don't cross over and all of that. But not necessarily shoulder to your knee, looking up at you, heel. So for loose leash walking, you start with the dog, come on, and you're relaxed. Bounce your shoulders and have your dog just walking loosely next to you. You can do this with right turns. Hello, Lucy. And if the dog goes too far and goes to the end of the leash, you simply change direction. Right? Now he has done this a few times, so he knows the drill. So like here, he would just go in the opposite direction. So your dog learns that not to pull on the leash, that it means that you go somewhere else and he has to turn around and follow you, right? You can also give him gentle tugs if he's too far on the other side. Because what happens if you keep the leash tight, like some people when they walk their dog, they walk the dog like this, you get an opposition reflex where the dog strains against the leash. And that is how you get the picture with dogs looking like they're choking themselves. Because they have been restrained more and more, and then they pull in the opposite direction more and more, and it ends in disaster. And then most people, rather than giving them a gentle tug and remind the dog to loosely walk with you, they then resort to putting a harness on the dog, because now the dog is not choking itself. However, they just made it much more comfortable for the dog to pull, right? So now the dog is dragging them down the road like a racehorse, and they look like they're water skiing. Loose leash walking looks like this. It's just the dog walking with you. You're going for a stroll. Everybody is relaxed. When the dog is walking nicely with you, you can give him a treat. There's nothing wrong with that. So he will want to stick around a little more. And then that can later on lead to a proper heel where you get very selective as to when you reward.